Meet our free US tax preparation course brought to you by the Borderless Accountant. We are inviting you to join our community. Live training, reputable tax firms as resource speakers, recorded, replayable at higit sa lahat, libre. To join, like and follow our official Facebook page, join our Facebook group for important updates, and fill out our Google form to be included in our mailing list. See you there!
Stay safe lahat.
Maulan dyan?
Yes po.
Dito din actually maulan ngayon. It's kind of rainy in St. John's. Share ko lang sa inyo yung route namin today.
All right.
So this is where we're going.
Oh, that's
So
a long
we
drive.
are
17 hours.
here in St. John's. This is where we are at the moment.
Uh-huh.
This is the easternmost part of North America. If you see that, that's pinaka
Wow.
ito yung pinakaunang nakakakita ng sun. Right? So this is St. John's. It's beautiful
18 hours.
place.
Oh.
It's beautiful
Wow.
place. Maunlad siya na bansa o na place kasi may ano sila, may offshore na oil malaki yung oil industry dito. Saka fishing. Tsaka dito yung Titanic nag-launch.
Oh,
Tapos yung mga cruise ship, they also pass by here. So, ganda yun, girl. Sobrang ganda. Tapos, what else? Dito yung kilometer zero ng North America. Sa atin, diba, kilometer zero natin is Luneta. Dito naman yung kilometer zero ng North America. And, yeah, dito unang nag-dock yung mga Vikings when they come to America.
the Vikings.
So, yeah, tingnan niyo. Ang haba ng drive, diba? Tapos tatawid pa ng barge.
Oo nga, ayun nga
To get to the ito naman yung place ng mga kapatid ko sa Goose Bay. Ganda din doon pero very rural. Right, yun lang. It's gonna be a long drive, 17 hours, pero we're gonna be staying overnight. Kasi bukas pa ata yung schedule ng barge. So if I get disconnected, wag na kayo magtaka because I am using mobile data. So if I get disconnected, alam mo na, Geraldine, what to do, Sarah, everyone.
Yes, Sarah. Sarah will be here and Kelly will be
You know the
backing
drill,
up.
right?
Yep,
And
yep.
also, all right, great. And a bit of announcement. Andrew reached out to me last night. He needs help with some of his clients in their books, right? So Andrew is this guy I used to work for one tax season. He's based in North Carolina. Ito yung simple lang yung mga returns kasi yung binili niyang firm, yung clients noon ay mga retired. So mga puro 1099-R, mga Social Security distribution. So yeah, we kept in touch. So ayun, now I think he's growing his firm. He's now looking into he's getting bookkeeping clients na din.
Nice.
So he needs help with automation sa QuickBooks. I know iba yung I haven't tried QuickBooks Ledger. Is that different from QuickBooks Online? Is it another like software? Would you know? Would you guys know? Would you I mean, does anyone know here? Kung ano yung
Nasa same ano lang siya, Chris. Actually, nag-message ako sa Messenger mo about it.
I haven't
I
checked
can
yet
help.
kasi
Okay.
kakagising ko lang.
Okay. Message kasi yung name ko sa Messenger. Dito na lang sa private chat. Nasa ano lang din siya, nasa QuickBooks Online. Tapos, nasa within. Tapos, kung from other software sila, meron na dapat silang pre-listed na chart of accounts, i-import na lang yan sa QuickBooks. Kung gusto nila ng manual entry or gusto nilang batch entry, ganun. Pwede naman ilipat yun. Import batch or import ng
Import.
isa-isa.
Okay. So, QuickBooks Ledger is, bakit siya tinawag na ledger? I'm curious. I haven't worked on it yet.
Actually, more on yung chart of accounts, tawag dito, gagawa kasi ng workflow sa QuickBooks Online para yung kada entry mo ng transaction, mareroute siya dun sa category type kung expense, kung
Okay.
income, ganun. Yan.
Sige, baka nalito na yung iba. Iba na itong pinag-usapan natin, Lisa. So, I'll reach out to you. Maybe we can hop on a quick meeting, maybe today or tomorrow. Depends sa signal. I'd love to
Okay.
talk to you about that. And
Vision.
if anyone else is interested, message din kayo. And then, um, tell me what your rate is. Kasi nagtatanong nga si Andrew kung magkano yung rate. Don't worry, hindi naman ako hihingi ng cut doon. I just want to make sure na yung i-refer ko ay yung marunong talaga kasi nakakahiya naman, 'di ba? Baka hindi na manghingi ng referrals next time. So, that one lang yung minaano ako. I'm a little concerned kasi hindi ko din alam yung I haven't worked with QuickBooks Ledger, but na-mention na rin yan kasi sa akin before ni isang firm na may-ari yung nasa Hawaii naman siya. He's also growing his firm. Hindi ko pala na siya nabalikan. He may need some help. Yun nakwento niya din yung QuickBooks Ledger. But again, I have not been doing bookkeeping, obviously, for the past several years na siguro. Meron ako isang mini-maintain pero super simple lang naman kasi yun. But not the complex ones. Anyways, so that's
By
it.
the way,
Kung may interested kayo, kung may interest kayo, again, message me. Don't message me sa Facebook Messenger because I really want to keep my Facebook account as much as possible personal and not mixed with business. So kung hinahanap niyo ako sa Facebook at nakalock yung profile ko, nag-accept naman ako ng friends, but in terms of messages, hindi ako masyadong active sa pagre-respond ng mga messages doon. Especially if it's not like related to friends or family or anything like that. So much better mag-email kayo sa support at Perlas account na email or email me sa chat na Google Chat kasi nandun ako. Okay? Lisa, I'll get back to you, okay?
Sige po.
Thank you. Zara, you're raising your hands.
Yes, sir. Sorry to cut you off there. Pero since nag-turn on na rin ng mic si Miss Liza, I just want to give her a quick shout out for helping me brainstorm our most recent post last night and earlier this morning. She kind of gave me the idea that we should also make posters then about our review. She showed me some inspiration for the design and then I kind of finalized it a little bit and it's now live on our Facebook page. So ayun guys. Thank you so much to Miss Lisa Sario, very talented and very good at brainstorming, and for giving us this amazing idea for today's posting for the page. Thank you
Wow,
po.
that's lovely.
Welcome po.
Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate your help.
Sure
We
po.
really, we really need help. Diba? Diba, Zara?
Oo nga.
Pero on a voluntary basis tayo, ha?
Oo naman.
Hindi namin afford. Correct. Anyways, but again, thank you. It was a good job. And I think JB also shared one clip, Zara, but I told
Yes.
him coordinate with you na lang din para um kasi ikaw yung nag-manage ng page. Anyways,
sir.
yeah. So I guess we're good. We're 54 right now. And before pa mawala yung signal ko. Today we're gonna talk about retirement account contribution as an above the line deduction. So our presenter today, ang nag-iisang Geraldine Garcia. Jay, if you want to
Grabe
brief
ba
introduce yourself
mag-expect
sa
sila?
team because
Pero
yung
wala.
iba siguro kaka-join lang in the past few days, di ka kilala. So just a brief introduction before you proceed with your presentation. Okay? So I'll
Alright.
give you
Okay.
the floor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, good evening. But first, allow me to share my screen. Sarah, tumatawa ka na.
Pinsan ka daw
Tatawa
ni
na
Bang
ako.
Garcia, ni Colleen Garcia, ni Gwen Garcia. Charet, kilala niyo si Gwen.
Gwen Garcia.
Yung nag-iisang Gwen Garcia ng Cebu.
Cebu, Mayora.
Hindi gobernadora yun.
Ay,
Pero,
gobernador ba? Ay, I'm sorry about
pero
that.
natalo siya.
Wak-wak. Ay,
Hindi mo kasi binoto.
di ko binoto. Second, check ko lang po. Let me just arrange. Kung tama ba? Ayan. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you po. Ayan. Hey everyone, again. Good evening and good morning to everyone. Ako po ay si Geraldine Garcia, nagmula sa bayan ng mga magigiting, ang bayan ng Batangas. We're actually located po dito sa foothill din ng Mount Makiling. Sa kabila is yung sa Laguna area. And our side is yung sa Santo Tomas side, which is we have a perfect view also of the Mount Makiling. Same with the ones in Laguna in Los Baños. Ayon. And again, if you guys are in the area sa Batangas po, if nag-enjoy kayo sa mga beaches namin, sa lalo-lalo na sa San Juan, sa Laia, you can give me a shout out po. And if available ako at Kiseng, I will surely treat you to savory and mainit na long. Yeah. So guys, welcome po sa Batangas. Again. Okay. So for my presentation, I'm actually the more I research for this and read about this, dig it, lalo kong naintindihan na sobrang lalim niya. Ang dami. It could be very, very overwhelming, especially for someone like me na wala talaga akong background with this. Alam ko yung idea of retirement, but it's not that in-depth, not that deep. And so, going over this, kahit papano, talagang sana we Filipinos also have this kind of mentality na parang we will be allotting
Init
our
naman.
income, 'di ba? Most of our incomes kung may extra man to some retirement plans. Pero syempre, most of the Filipinos talaga aminin na natin, syempre yung especially kung nagsisimula pa lang with working is very limited lang talaga yung income. Mostly enough lang to cover for the basic expenses. Oh, 'di ba? All right. So yeah, masyado ng no para madrama yata. Okay, so following the discussions on the above the line deductions, what I will be showing you tonight is a very, very basic and simple presentation of the retirement account contributions based on my very limited knowledge. Kaya I am inviting everyone, so please to, share. Please feel free to share whatever you can add para mas maintindihan pa natin lahat. And if I may have missed something, please point out or add. Please feel free to put them in the chat or raise your hands para, continuous yung learnings natin. Since the very purpose naman of us presenting is for us to learn all together, sabay-sabay. And again, hindi ako expert and I acknowledge na ang dami-daming classmates ko na mas may alam pa dito. Kaya, yeah, let's do this. Okay, so yeah, again, so following the discussions on the above the line deductions, I will be going over some of the retirement account contributions that are qualified as deductions or as adjustments to our income in the Schedule 1. And so But before that, I would like to give you an overview of what retirement account contributions are. We may often see the 401ks, IRA, yun yung most common, di ba? So what are these? In general, retirement are somewhat parang incentive of the government to their taxpayers na for the government to encourage more of its citizens to fund for their retirement plans. In equivalent, the government is giving some incentives in the form of tax deductions, as we can see in the form form no, nakalimutan ko na. I'm sorry. Okay. And let me just give you over. These are the most common types of business of the accounts that the business owners set up for their retirement. We have employer sponsored plans, yung most common for the 401ks. Hindi ko na, I didn't really bother talagang digging deep into this 403B, 457. So the 401k, I may have like looked into this one. For the purpose of our presentation today, kasi we will be focusing mostly on the IRAs. Kasi yun yung affected dun sa ating, those are the ones that are included in our Schedule 1. Ayun, nakalimutan ko siya. Sorry. Si Schedule 1 sa Part 2. Alright? Okay. And then, of course, this one, other retirement benefit plans. Again, for the purpose of just identifying them in here as references, we have defined benefit plans, profit sharing plans, the employee stock ownership plans. Yun. And of course, yung parang pinakabida for tonight are the individual retirement account or arrangement, as some would call them. We have the traditional IRA, Roth IRA, SEP IRA, and simple IRA. All right, moving over. So kasi this presentation is tailored fit talaga sa akin. A beginner talaga dito sa topic na to. And so the most important thing for me is for me to know where to find this retirement account contributions. So kasi for this presentation, we are discussing the adjustments to income, which are the above the line deductions. And so it's very important for us to know kung saan natin ilalagay or where to find them. Diba? In identifying the forms that we really need, which is the Schedule 1. So I got the Schedule 1 of our one of our assignments for Arthur and Jane Kelly. And then in line 16, we have the self-employed SEP and simple and qualified plans. That's where you can find it. And also in line 20, we have our IRA deduction too. And so, yeah. Moving over. So, ayan. So, kasi this topic talaga can be very, very overwhelming. Kaya, so parang, para to focus lang on one very important item is, I have to like we have to bear in mind palagi na yung hinahanap palagi natin is yung what are the amounts that are allowed for deductions. The amounts that we can see in the Schedule 1. Palaging reference natin yung Schedule 1 Part 2 kasi yun yung Kasi we can be swayed talaga because again, ang dami-daming items na included for retirement accounts. And so, yeah. Sarah, are you here? Are you still here? Sarah? Sarah, this is for you kasi. May joke ako dito. Ikaw yung naisip ko eh. Kasi Sarah, asan siya? Ayaw magparamdam, okay. Kasi Sarah, di ba, kahit sa dinami-dami ng tao sa daan na nakakasalubong mo, may isang mata pa rin yung hinahanap mo. Siya pa rin, di ba? O, Sarah, dali, tawa na. Ayun, so ako naman, yung ano yung amount na is allowable for deductions in the in the Schedule 1. All right? Okay, so uh okay, let's dig in a little bit, pero wag masyado. So, these are the IRAs na na we are looking for dun sa Schedule 20, dun sa line 20, right? And so for traditional IRA, the main items that we must know are there are two main types of IRA, individual retirement account or arrangement. And these are the traditional IRA and the Roth IRA. What I would like to focus in this one is yung maximum contribution of all your IRAs, yung maximum contribution that an individual can get. So for this one, for our traditional IRA, same with the Roth, we have 7,000 for those who are under 50 years old, and also 8,000 for those who are 50 and older, because there is a catch up. Parang they can catch up. Yun yung parang pinaka additional ano daw, yung additional word doon is for those who are above 50 and older can catch up. Excuse me. Okay, so another important item that we should remember is its tax deductibility. So for the IRA, we can put money into the traditional IRA, or the taxpayer, the self-employed taxpayer. The self-employed earner can put money in the traditional IRA at any income level. But whether you get subtracted, whether those qualify for deductions, those contributions are depending for a lot of mga rules, such as yung income mo and yung filing status. So para may qualifiers, parang ganun. That's how I understood it, basically. So yeah, to qualify for full deductions on IRA, one must not daw be involved in an employer funded parang retirement. So parang dapat at least walang 401k, if I understood it correctly. Andre, pag tama, pag mali, sabihin mo ah. Yeah, kasi baka we will be sharing wrong information. And so yeah, having said that, parang there having said that, yung filing status will determine the deductibility based on the on filing status, and also for the modified adjusted gross income. This is for the year 2025. So medyo this is a table, but I will just go with it randomly. Mabilis lang in passing. Pero yun yung yun yung parang pinaka niya, yung qualifiers niya is based on the filing status and yung income, yung modified adjusted gross income. Okay, so
Jay, if I may
tama?
just
Okay.
insert a bit, because this is a really good
Sure,
slide.
sure.
One thing you need to remember from this slide is that my maximum my limit na amount of income na kapag na breach na yon na limit, the contribution is no longer deductible sa tax return. So,
Right.
hindi siya deductible, but it doesn't mean to say na hindi na pwedeng mag-contribute sa
Pwedeng
retirement
mag-contribute.
account yung taxpayer. Right? Yung
Tama.
contribute niya lang is hindi na siya deductible doon sa tax return niya. And then, do you need to remember these things? Hindi naman. Kasi like when you're entering all the information and then nakita niyo, ay, may contribution siya sa IRA niya, pag in-input niyo yun, later on, Geraldine would probably show it. Kapag hindi niya, nakita niyo sa Schedule 1, wala nang deduction, alam niyo na, di ba, na wala nang deduction because pagtingin niyo sa income, over na siya doon sa threshold. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that insert ko lang. Thank you,
Yeah,
Geraldine.
thank you.
Go ahead now.
Yes, thank you, Chris. We actually need that one, that explanation kasi parang deep dive yun. Yun. Actually, this is parang, this is for di ba sinabi ko kanina na parang, dapat yung taxpayer or yung spouse niya, hindi dapat involved sa 401k para ma-avail niya yung maximum allowed contribution. So, pero in this one, tama ba? Ako na yung naligaw. Tama ba? Ayun. So, um, ayun na, yung sa filing status and let's just go with that. Filing status and yung kanyang limit in the income. So, as what Chris said earlier, yun. Ito yung, for single, ito yung maximum adjusted gross income, modified rather. I wasn't able to show you, no, kung paano mag-arrive doon, pero pa-research na lang or pa-chime in na lang kung ano. Tapos yun, for 89, they have no deduction. Again, you can still contribute, but that contribution part will not be allowed for deduction. For married filing jointly, MFJ, we have 146. And for the MFS, I can see kasi naka-cover. 1 second. All right. So that's 10,000 or more pala. Okay. Okay. So again, hindi na daw natin masyadong ano to kasi when we file the return, nandun naman. It will automatically prompt us to 1 second. Okay. Sumobra yata. Okay. Again. Okay. All right. Okay, so other things that we need to know is that for traditional IRA and for the IRAs, when it's time for the withdrawals on the age which on the age which is allowed is 59.5 years old. Yun yung um um dapat na before that you shouldn't be like getting from your retirement plan. And if kumuha ka and if you withdraw from that, there is a penalty of 10% on your based on your IRA distributions. So again, but there is an exception though on that. Parang you can get naman and there would be no penalty for payment to medical expenses. But of course, dapat hindi mag-exceed ng 7.5 of your adjusted gross income. Hindi ko yun ma-imagine kung paano, but yeah, I place it in there for siguro later on, madidiscuss din. And
Jay,
then this, yes, Chris.
yeah, take ko na tong chance to, baka maputol na kasi baka mawala na yung signal. And also, this is
Yes,
a really
please.
good
Yes,
slide.
please.
So,
Thank
ganito yun
you.
na. The retirement, kasi contribution siya for retirement, right? So, dapat,
Right.
muna siya, right? Instances wherein yung taxpayer may early withdrawal ng kanyang retirement
Yes.
account, right? So if it happens
Yes.
for the age of 39 and a half, generally subject yun for penalty
Mm-hmm.
from the Pero yun yung may nakalist ka dyan na mga exceptions. If any of those exception apply, pag distribution kasi, or pag may distribution from the retirement account, si taxpayer makaka-receive siya ng 1099-R. Right?
Yes.
So yung 1099-R, yun yung may sa box 7, di ba? Alam niyo na yun. Sa box 7, yun yung code doon that will help you determine kung anong reason for the distribution. Right?
Yeah.
So if it's taxable, if it's not taxable, so that helps in you determining whether that distribution is taxable or not. Okay? And then one thing to note din sa IRA, I know it's kind of difficult to understand. Ako din when I initially was exposed to this, hirap akong intindihin siya kasi hindi natin siya ma-contextualize sa ating settings sa Philippines kasi wala tayong ganito. Tapos minsan iba-iba pa yung term nila sa IRA, may sinasabi may terminology na pre-tax, post-tax, pre-tax dollars, post-tax dollars. So if it's a little murky right now, too much to understand, okay lang yan, guys. It's very, very okay. Things that you just need to know is that yung retirement contribution could be a deduction sa income ni taxpayer. Yun lang yun. And then later on, there is a section in our lesson where we're gonna cover it more extensively, yung retirement accounts. Okay, but I know that Geraldine has gone over her way to, present as comprehensive as possible. But again, if you think about it, our goal today is to determine how much is going to be deducted from the income of the taxpayer and where to see or how to input that contribution into ProConnect and where to see if that contribution indeed becomes a deduction from the income. You know what I'm saying? So all these things are just background. And again, if it doesn't make sense to you right now, I would completely understand. I felt the same way too.
Yeah. Yeah, 1 second, you're doing something, nag-navigate ka 1 second, ganito. And then parang, naligaw ka na. Ano na nga ba yun ulit? Something like that. Yun yung experience ko while doing this presentation. And so, yeah, very, hindi to in-depth. Hindi to deep dive. So, yeah, guys. So, again, for the Roth IRA naman, again, di ba, we have a lot of us have a lot of you actually have mentioned na that Roth IRAs are contributions that you made to the retirement from the after tax, from the income that were taxed, like yung net pay mo na. If the taxpayer would want to contribute, then he can contribute to that retirement IRA, and it's called Roth. It's like tax na siya ngayon, but in the end later when you withdraw it in the future, it will be like free tax na, and the parang free tax siya. The gains and the earnings are also parang hindi na matatax. Unlike the traditional IRA, wherein this one becomes parang deduction mo siya sa nalilito na ako sa as income, and sa income yon. At ito yung talagang pinaka pag ina-analyze mo siya, yung as someone who's receiving the income and as someone who's contributing. So yun talaga dapat malinaw. And again, our goal talaga, what we should bear in mind is for our presentation tonight, ano yung allowed for us to be deducted in our schedule, in our 1040, again, which we can find in the schedule 1. So
right. Geraldine, another interruption. I'm sorry.
Right, that's okay. Go ahead.
So yung kaibang TRAD IRA at yung Roth IRA is that yung TRAD IRA, yung contribution mo dyan is deductible sa tax sa income mo, right? Ang Roth IRA naman is hindi. So if you contribute to Roth IRA, yung contribution mo doon hindi yan deductible, right? So yan yung tinatawag na after tax kasi yung contribution mo doon is after your tax income, right? So a little bit of overview na lang din yung TRAD IRA because it's already taxed upon contribution. Ang distribution yan after nung nag-retire ka na is no longer taxable, right? Yung Roth naman baliktad. Kasi hindi yan naging deduction doon sa income mo, right? Yung distribution yan after nung mag-retire is no longer taxable, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
Tandaan nyo, TRAD IRA is deductible. Distribution taxable, right?
Yes.
Roth IRA non-deductible, distribution non-taxable. Okay? So ano yung premise niyan? Bakit yung karamihan ng taxpayer, they contribute Roth IRA, hindi Roth IRA yung kadalasan na. Pero yung Roth IRA kasi din, maraming restriction. Pag high earner ka, you cannot contribute to a Roth IRA. So maraming tax strategy dyan na ginagawa. So bakit sila nag-contribute to a Roth IRA? Right? Kung wala naman silang deduction, wala silang benefit now. But they're actually looking at the benefit after, di ba? Kasi many years down the road, yung tax rate tataas, di ba? So since hindi na yan taxable upon distribution, beneficial yun sa kanila pag tumaas na yung tax rate in the future. Right? So ganun lang yung isipin nyo. TRAD IRA again is deductible and taxable. Roth IRA, non-deductible, non-taxable. Okay? I hope that makes sense.
Right. Yes, so from point A, which is contribution, and dun sa distribution. So palaging yun yung parang keywords, contribution and distribution. Kung ano yung difference niya, pag TRAD IRA, sa contribution, non-deductible, and sa distribution, it's taxable. And again, it's the reverse of the Roth IRA. Okay? So, ayun. Pareho lang naman siya actually halos. It's just that yung manner niya of, yun nga, yung sa pre-tax and after-tax, doon lang sila different. Yun lang yung difference mainly. Okay? And yeah, so again, I just went ahead and like check lang din where we can find them to relate these topics dito sa ating what we're doing in inputting them in the software. So basically we can find this retirement contributions on the deductions, adjustment to income. That's where we will go from deductions, from input return, deductions, and then we will go to the adjustments to income, and from there we will find the retirement. And from there we will see the different types of retirement account contributions. We have the IRAs, we have somewhere sa baba pa, everything, nandun na lahat. Hindi ko na screenshot. All right? And yeah, okay. So I think that's it for TRAD IRA. Medyo talagang very in passing lang, just the very basic for us to know. And then we will turn you over to SEP IRA, which is also known as Simplified Employee Pension. So this SEP is primarily for self-employed business individuals and for small business owners. Employer does the contribution, siya lang yung may contribution. And for the tax year 2025, the maximum annual contribution that you can make to a SEP IRA is the lesser of 70,000 or the 25% of the eligible compensation. So what do we mean by the eligible compensation? If you can still remember yung presentation ni Miss Minda about the self-earnings, where we usually deduct the part of the self-employment tax na in the employer share. That's it. Okay, the total FICA tax actually is 15.3%, right? And half of that is the employer share is the 7.65. So we take that out so that we would um we would arrive at the total net self-employed income, which is the eligible income na sinasabi kanina, na where we will be multiplying the rate that is being allowed for deduction. So going back to that again, so ang hinahanap natin dito again is what is the allowed possible deduction and contribution. It's either yung lesser sa 70 or yung 25% of the eligible compensation, which is the net self-earning income kanina natin. Yung net na. This one. All right? So to illustrate, a very, very simple illustration, we have here Jesse J's net business income from self-employment for this year as a pest control contractor is 150,000. So let's compute for the allowed deduction for a SEP IRA. So yung net income niya, ito na yung net income is self-earner is 150. And then this is the net ito yung FICA tax net wherein we take out the employer share which is 7.65. Balik tayo which is yung 7. 1 second. Yeah, which is the 7.65. Okay, there you go. And then we will arrive at the net self-employment earnings. Ito yon. And then we will multiply it to the allowed deduction that we can get from this net self-employment earnings. So in this case, we have 138,525 multiplied by 25%. We have 34,631. And in this case, Jesse J can claim under the above the line deductions as adjustment to his income is 34,300 0.25 kasi mas mababa siya sa 70,000. Ayun. Nasusundan po ba so far? Please, correct me pag may mali, ha? Please. Okay. All right. Moving on. So, tama ba? Oo nga. Wala yung table. Yung kanina. Okay, so for our next kind of IRA, which is the simple plan. It's also called the Savings Incentives Match Plan for Employees Individual Retirement. So basically, this is also being used by small businesses. Para siyang 401k din. Na yung 401k kasi there's an employer-employee part na mga deductions. So in this case, it's called very, very simple talaga because that taxpayer or business owner can act both as an employer and an employee. So, 'di ba, yung parang pinaka-idea dito is self-employed siya. Self-employed siya ng company niya. He can be an employee too. He can deduct from that side of the business as an employee. Tapos he can also deduct from the other side as an employer naman. So, if we put that together, yung share ni employee, share niya as an employee and yung share niya as an employer, if we put that together, mas malaki yung contribution niya to the simple IRA and then mas malaki din yung possible deduction niya dun sa adjustments to income niya. Kaya, yon. So, para nga sabi nila, para siyang 401k but in the sense na siya yung nag-act both as an employee and employer. But for those na traditional na 401k, 'di ba? Yun yung mga yun yung mga employers, may employer talaga, employer sponsored, wherein the employers fund for the retirement. Parang whatever the employee contributes, the employer matches it, parang the same amount, something like that. So for the purpose of IRA, we have our simple IRA. So in this case, the maximum allowed contribution of an employee for 50 years old, for under 50 years of age, would be 16,500. And 50,000 naman, 3,500 naman, ito naman yung catch up. Para maka-catch up naman for those who are above naman ng 50 years old. Okay? All right? So, it's also a good thing to know that employers matches the contribution. Matches the contribution up to 3% of the employee's compensation. So, yung employee na yun, di ba siya din yun? Di ba? So, employer siya, ima-match niya rin yung earnings niya ng 3% naman. Yun yung employer side. Okay, so to illustrate that, I know medyo medyo magulo, but yeah, to illustrate that, let's say that Jessie J is 52 years old. Remember, above 50 na siya. So, parang may catch up, diba? So, he's a sole proprietor who runs his pest control business, and he has a net self-employment income of 50,000 and decides to contribute to Simple IRA and elects to contribute nga yung 3%. So, let's compute for the allowed contribution deductions. So, ito yung very basic illustration. To compute for the allowed contribution deduction for simple plan, Jessie J as the employee, yung contribution niya or salary deferral would be 16,500. Kasi parang he can get the maximum. Kasi yung income niya is 50,000. So, halimbawa, yung for this kasi, halimbawa yung income niya, 15,000. Yung maximum limit na pwede niya makontribute lang is 15,000. Yon dito. So, since our income is 50,000 naman, which is above the maximum, which is 60,500, we're qualified to contribute up to 16,500. Siya yung maximum. And then since Jessie J is 52 years old, we can make additional contribution of 3,500 kasi qualified siya for catch-up. Yan. So the total of the employees allowed maximum contribution would be $20,000. All right? That's for the employee side. Excuse me. And for the employer side, of Jessie J being the employer, yung contribution naman niya would be to match it with a 3%. So ang kinukuha naman dito is yung income niya, which is the 50,000. And then we will get the pi of that, not 3%, and then we will get a 1,500. That is for the total employer's allowed maximum contribution. So if we put this together, Jessie J being the employee for 20, and Jessie J being the employer for 1,500, we will get a 21,500 maximum contribution that can be allowed as a deduction to our Schedule 1 in the tawag yan? Part 2, yeah. Part 2 of Schedule 1, line 16. Ayan, lagi ko nakakalimutan. Right. So, do you have any questions so far? Baka may tanong, baka may addition kayo, guys. Come on, please feel free to chime in. No questions, no violent reactions. Basta, i-correct na lang natin later on, alright? Okay, let's move on. Thanks, Andre.
Doing great so far, Sheldon.
Ah, thank you, Chris. All right. Okay, so these are some of the tables that I got. Like yeah, as I've said earlier kanina, 'di ba? Na that person can act as an employee or as an employer to make for the simple IRA contributions, and he can claim for the related deductions. And so yung kanina, just to kaya pala hinahanap ko yung table, nauna pala. Nauna pala yung illustration natin kasi sa table. And so yeah, just to repeat what I have said earlier kanina, so the employee can contribute up to the maximum of 16,500 when he is under the 50 years old, and 16,500, and 20,000 for 50 years and older, and he can he can make an additional of 3,500 as catch up. All right. And also, as an employer, being him as an employer, he can match that contribution with his total earnings by 3%. Right? And this one, I just got this one, but I really do not understand. Pero parang siguro elective. The employer gets the liberty to elect siguro. Can you elaborate on this, Chris, if you may, please? Thank you very much. The elective part.
Actually, honestly, perplexity
Yeah.
na lang yan. Alam yan actually.
Right. So yeah, that's actually is what I got also. Parang the employer can get to choose um can get to choose whatever kung ano yung gusto niyang i-match. So kasi he has the liberty naman kasi kung mas mababa, edi mas mababa yung i-contribute niya, mas mababa yung deductions niya. But, syempre, the ano mo nga, the purpose mo nga is for you to get the maximum contribution. And so, about you're trying to go for the higher ones so that you can maximize the contribution, and also in effect the deduction on your 1040, 'di ba? So, yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. All right. So, okay, I think that's it for the simple one. And then, yeah, uh again, as I've said, it's just very basic, just going over very hindi deep dive kasi talagang pag we deep dive, iba na, ibang level na, hindi na carry bells ng brain cells ko as of now.
Yeah, also because in practice, ang pinaka-common lang naman na contribution is really Trad IRA, Roth IRA, tsaka SEP
Right, right,
IRA. Yung simple,
right,
hirap kong na
right. And with that, I'd like to end this presentation, but I would want to go to, ang daming nakabukas perplexity look. Ayan, I want to, yeah, if you could help us go over this one. So again, as I've said earlier, this is where we will find the retirement account contributions on the deduction side. And then these are the adjustments to income. And from here,
We cannot see your screen.
Your screen mo ba?
oh, eh, really? You can see my
Yeah, I
screen.
think you're using
The other one. Oh,
two
1 second,
monitors,
let
yeah.
me. Okay, allow me to stop share. Thank you, Dre. 1 second, please. Alrighty. Okay, let me go over to our Pro Connect. All right, how about now? Can you see my screen now wherein I'm showing Arthur Kelly's Pro Connect? All right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And again, let me repeat what I have just said earlier. We can find the retirement contributions that are being shown on the Schedule 1, Part 2, on this item, on this line, this part, deduction side, and then let's go to adjustments to income because they are called above the line deductions, but they are actually an adjustments to our income for us to arrive at the adjusted gross income or the IRA. So yeah, this one is kung sino yung nakakaalam, mas maganda sana para we can, you know, yung actual niya. So this one, in here, we can find the retirement. Kasi di ba madami yung part ng adjusted, ay yung above the line deductions. So this is the retirement part. This is my presentation. And then yung part ni Ma'am, I forgot. That this is one is for the health insurance. We also have the for education and this one. Oh, okay. We have others, other adjustment and alimony. Okay. So yeah, going over to traditional IRA, actually may mga guide siya on how we can like place them in here. Ang parang most common lang is itong IRA contributions. Parang we will be putting one if we're gonna be availing the maximum. Say for example, yung kanina sa traditional IRA, parang ano nga ba yun? 7,000. 7,000 yung maximum, right? For 50 years and below. Tapos, 8,000 naman pag 50 years older. Below 50 years old, 7,000, and 50 years and older, 8,000. So, parang ganito yun. Yan. May mga ano dito. Gusto nyo i gusto nyo ba ano pa natin further? Kaso 1 second. Masyadong ayan no. Sinasabi niya na yes, in here actually pala yun. 1 second. Let me pull up that document. I actually 5490 PDF. Second. Tax return. There you go. I think you can't see this now. 1 second. Let me this one. Can you see this? Form. There you go. Wait. Wow. Alrighty. Form 5498. That's actually is the document. Can you see my screen? Yung document? Or if you can research it from your end. Form 98. Form 5498, that's where the IRA daw is calculated. So yung sa box 1 nun, yun din yung sa box 1 na ilalagay. So parang yun lang yung wait lang, mas maganda if I can show you that. 1 second, let me try to. Wow. How about this one? Not this one. There you go. Come on. No. 1 second. It's not incorporating in there. Tama pala. 1 second. Ayaw. Ayan. Kita nyo?
Opo. Ano po yan?
Ayan. Yung form 5498.
45498.
Yeah. Can you
Wala
see po? Can you see the form po?
Yes. Yes.
Opo.
Okay,
Yes
perfect.
po. Yes po.
Awesome. Ayan. So parang based on that ProConnect software, kasi dun sa parang frequent questions that you can ask, parang meron siyang guide per line. So this one, parang sinasabi niya na yung item from there, ito yung parang pinaka-source document niya. So yan, ito yung number 1. So yan, Miss Minda, thank God you're here. Please guide us.
Oo nga eh. Tapos lang ako sa ano. If I may add, Miss Jeng, yung
Yeah. Yes, please.
5498,
Go ahead.
yung pinakita nyo, kasi di ba may guide po sa ProConnect, nakasulat di ba doon? Ipapasok ba yung 5498 sa ProConnect? Di ba sagot niya ron no? The main reason for that is, the main reason for that is the 5498 is used to know the fair market value of your IRA and Roth contributions. Yun po yung gamit ni 5498. So ito po,
Okay.
opo. So hindi po,
It's just a guide. Parang supporting lang siya.
Opo, pag nagkaroon po ng distribution kasi, ginagamit po yung fair market value to know what is taxable and what is not taxable. Kasi yun po yung mangyayari. Opo.
Okay. All right. So basically, we don't need any information from this form. Is that what you're saying? Tama, no?
IRA contribution. Hindi naman po. Ano po ito eh. Information po to. So, kakailangan din po itong form na to know kung halimbawa yung fair market value. But in terms of, for example, may input po tayo sa ProConnect. Tama po kayo yung 1099R po, no?
Yes, yung 1099R. 1 second. Ayan. Nawala ako. Nawala yung ProConnect na isa. Woo! Nawala si Kelly. Nawala yung isa kong ProConnect. Ayun. So, yun lang naman. So, 1 second.
Maglalagay po ba kayo ng entry doon sa ProConnect, Jeng?
Actually, no. Wala akong example eh. I really didn't have the chance na to really go over. At saka hindi ko rin alam kung paano. Would you like me to, would you like me to go there?
Sige po, try nyo nga lang po. Punta po kayo sa
Okay, 1
ProConnect.
second Stop share muna ako Okay po. Tapos,
tignan niyo po yung
guide po kami
ProConnect.
Yeah. Mas maganda para lang makita natin yung yung overview. 1 second Nawala kasi yung ProConnect ko and I'll be logging in again. 1 second. Tadaan! Kelly, mag-TikTok ka muna while I'm logging in. Wala si Kelly.
Nandiyan si Kelly.
Kelly, hindi ka nagsasalita.
Hey, Mom. Good evening.
Hey, Kelly, what's up?
Hello,
Si Sarah,
what's
wala kanina eh.
Nawala si Sarah.
Sarah, what did you do? Oops, mali. Excuse me.
Nasarado na si Sarah.
1 second, let me just into it. Payment due reminder. Okay. Nanghihingi pa palagi ng password yung ProConnect sa inyo sa email?
Guys, narinig ko kanina yung 5498 na discussion.
Apa?
I was paputol-putol kasi yung signal ko sa amin, nawawala tapos bumabalik na naman.
That's okay.
So 5498, yeah, generally it's for information. Tama si Minda. You can still use that pag may mga rollovers, may mga ginagawa ng tax strategy doon sa retirement accounts. That helps. But in terms of contribution, I'm not sure kung nandun ba sa 5498, but usually what we get from the client is yung information na lang kung magkano yung kinontribute nila for the year. So they would usually give us a message doon sa CRM, or meron part ng tax organizer na ina-ask how much was contributed to the retirement account for the year. So hindi necessary na form. Okay, so when you start playing around with ProConnect, mag-assume na lang kayo na, let's say, sabi ni client or ni taxpayer nag-contribute siya ng 6,000 for the year. So you can you can input that amount into ProConnect and see see if my deduction nag-appear dun sa Schedule 1. Kasi again, it depends on the level of income, 'di ba? Yung deductibility ng retirement contribution. At saka sa age. Kasi again, yung deduction lang naman is just the limit, but they can contribute more than 6,000. But the deduction could be limited by their age and by their income. So that's how it usually work. Again, kung may contribution sa retirement account, usually it's just a message from the client or a note from the client.
Right. Right.
Kaya madalas tong nami-miss out kasi nga walang tax document. Kaya mahalaga other than looking at the prior year return, you also have to look at the communication from the client when you're preparing a return. Kasi baka nakalagay na doon na ninote niya na nag-contribute siya sa tax organizer, and dahil hindi tayo thorough sa pag-prepare ng return, na-miss out natin yon kasi all that we looked at are all the tax documents, di ba? So again, it's really important to be thorough, look into the communications, look into the tax organizer when you're preparing a tax return. Okay?
Right. Okay. So, allow me to, we were discussing earlier po, Chris, na mag-i-input, we will try to input, although wala akong mga additional.
I think you can do it with the Kelly return or whatever return you're in, just for them where to input that into ProConnect and see how it impacts your tax return. That would be a good exercise.
Yeah. Para ma-sum up din natin, kahit in passing lang. Yes, JB. Hey, JB.
Hi, good evening, Ma'am J.
Good evening.
Can I ask this question siguro? I'm not sure if Sir Chris is Chris is still there. But
Chris,
for the context of putting in the values or contributions, it's the same area in ProConnect, retirement pa rin, that goes for those who are also self-employed, right? Or it's a different module in ProConnect that we have to go to input the
self-employed.
values.
I think iba yung area to input the SEP IRA. I'm not sure, I have not used ProConnect, pero sa ibang mga tax software, iba yung area where you input the retirement for self-employed. So explore natin, baka nandito. Self-employed ba tong return na wina-workout mo ngayon or pinipresent mo ngayon, Geraldine?
Si Kelly, may W2, may
Can you check on the return?
self-employed.
Can you go to 1040? Yeah.
Yes, ito yung assignment po, yung exercise.
Yeah.
Pero hindi ko, let's check on the returns.
Yeah.
Just to make sure and least hindi kami ma-confuse sa pagpasok or ng mga contributions.
Yeah, understand. So Schedule C siya, pwede siya mag-contribute to a SEP IRA. So check natin yan. Research na lang in advance. Go to Perplexity, where to input SEP IRA contribution in ProConnect. So mag-guide natin si Geraldine. Kasi I can't type right now. Isa lang yung screen ko. Geraldine, you can go back to ProConnect. No, hayaan mo silang mag-research.
Okay.
That's gonna be another exercise. What we're gonna work on right now is W2 employee to si W2 din to si Arthur and Kel.
Yes, W2 and may din po siya, self-employed.
Okay, can you check on 1040 please for me? Click on 1040. No.
1 second. Right.
Then let me see. So his income is 108,000. They're filing married jointly ito, no? MFJ.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa,
Okay,
whoa,
go down.
MFJ.
Yeah, go down.
MFJ. Okay.
Right. So I think, yeah, pwede to mag-contribute to an IRA. So go back to input return, hanapin natin kung saan mag-input ng IRA. Lagyan mo,
Okay.
anong age nila? Di pa naman to 50 years old and above, no?
1989, I
Anyway,
think.
try natin.
Okay.
So bata pa
19,
yan. Pa yan, 50 years
19.
old.
Wala.
All
Less
right.
pa.
So Jan's Glad IRA, lagyan mo kahit one. I think it would contribute the maximum amount that they can.
Right. Yeah.
Lagyan mo din si spouse. So, lagyan mo si
Okay.
taxpayer, lagyan mo din
Both.
si spouse. So, palagay na
All
natin
right.
na both are a retirement account. Great. So then go to check return. Go to schedule 1.
Check return. Checking
Go to form.
forms for the US. Schedule 1.
Yeah.
And from here, this is the adjustments to income. 1, 2, 3. Self-employment.
By IRA deduction na line 20, 10,330.
10,330.
Phase out siya. Hindi lahat na sorry, that's the maximum 330. Ang situation na ganyan is that kung nag-prepare kayo ng return as early as January, pag sinabi ni taxpayer na we have not contributed to our IRA yet because we don't know how much we can contribute for the year, right? So yun yung gagawin niyo sa tax software, see how much they can contribute, and from there they can contribute up to a maximum of 10,330 combined sa kanilang dalawa.
Combined,
right?
yeah.
Combined sa kanilang dalawa. You can actually mayroon yung computation if you scroll to the left, meron yung form 8606 ata. Go to the left, yung mga forms.
8606
meron
left.
ba? 8829. Tingnan mo yung
Kakakak
5329.
8606.
8606. Sorry, I don't
Ano
know.
yung 5329?
5329.
Wala akong makita ng 8606 eh. Try mo
Wala rin
5329.
5329. Okay, for Arthur Kelly. Additional taxes on qualified plans, including IRAs and other favored accounts. Other 5,500. Early distribution. Roth.
Hindi ka attach dito yung 8606. Try mo 8812. 8812.
This is for the credits for qualifying dependents and other dependents.
Okay.
Let's try the other one.
Not sure bakit
business ano to. Very important. Wala. Kaya wala ako. Baka I haven't clicked. Taas. Wala. Okay.
Parang na-cut. Si Chris parang na-cut.
Yang alam mo nasa isip ko.
Yes.
Kaya siguro wala yung 8606 dyan. Kung pupunta ka sa deduction, kung ilalagay mo per spouse, tigsa 7,000. Tingnan natin kung lalabas yung 8606.
Right.
Imbis na 1.
Yun kasi yung maximum nila, di ba? Yung
yes,
7,000.
Pero kung ilagay mo doon, imbis na 1, 7,000, 7,000. Tingnan natin kung lalabas yung hinahanap ni Chris na 8606. Tingnan nga natin.
Sabi din kasi doon sa ano niya, just put 1 doon sa, yung sa instructions
Yeah.
niya.
But if you will put there 7,000.
Pero we can override yata. Let's try.
7,000. Kasi yan yung maximum. Tapos tingnan natin kung lalabas yung 8606.
Okay, so let's check the
may form, yung form 8606 part 1. Pwede mo po
Meron
dyan
pa?
ilagay. Tapos contribution.
Tingnan natin.
Alam mo ba wala akong
Yung
8606?
Baba. Baba.
8606. Wala eh. So,
Ayun,
this
no?
one.
Arthur Kelly. There.
Oo nga, no?
Oh,
Oh
yan.
my
Ano
God.
lumalabas niya? Oh, akit ka ng konti. Alright. 36. Hindi ko masyadong makita. 3670. Magkano yan?
3670.
3670.
Yes.
Tingnan mo yung sa Schedule 1. Schedule 1 na IRA deduction. Tingnan mo magkano amount nun. Kasi
Okay.
dapat mag-equal yan. Tsaka yun should be 14,000.
36. Yung total nun?
Yes,
Ah,
I'll share with you the significance niyan. I'll share with you.
3670.
Or
Uy,
we can
14
wait for
yun.
Chris.
Perfect. Oo nga. Kasi
Alright.
yung total, that's the maximum. Okay, go ahead, Miss Minda. Thank you.
Okay, ito yung significance niyan. So, if the taxpayer is less than 50 or 50 years old, di ba sabi sa IRA, 7,000 per head. Now,
Right.
since ang ginawa nung mag-asawa, nagpulog sila ng 7,000, 14,000, right? So,
Right.
yung i-allow lang ni IRS, yung nandyan sa schedule 1 mo, yung 10,330, right?
Right.
Okay. Yung isa naman sa 8606, yun naman yung yun naman yung sinasabi na hindi siya, yun yung naghulog ka sa TRAD IRA,
Pero non-deductible.
yes, non-deductible siya. So, every
Okay.
year, kailangan ng 8606 na yan, kung ano yung amount mo in 2024, makikarry forward yan sa 2025. Minomonitor yan, kasi yan yung basis na pag-compute na pag nagka-distribution, di ba nag-distribution sa TRAD, may portion na taxable, may portion na non-taxable. Pag yung portion ng taxable, ito yung sinasabi ni Chris na diyan na deduct. Pero yung sa 8606, yun yung magiging non-taxable kasi kumbaga hindi mo nga na-deduct yun eh. After tax na yun eh. Yun yung significance niyan.
Very good. Very good there. So,
Chris, did you hear?
You're breaking apart, Chris. Your voice. Yeah.
Hindi maganda signal niya.
Oo, na-driving kasi. Diba? But yeah, you can go ahead, Miss Minda. You can continue kasi.
I said it na, yun na yun.
Yun na yun?
Opo.
Saan na ba yun? Ayun pala. Ayun, ulit-ulit. So, nakuha ba ng ng iba? Guys, you can pag may questions, kung may questions, sige. Pwedeng pakiulit. Alin, from the beginning ba? Hindi, yun lang sa
Ito yung
kung paano natin
14K
siya
lang
hinanap.
tapos ang
Yes,
deductible is 10,000.
tama. JR, is that you? Tama, no? Ayan. Kasi kanina, di ba, ang nilagay natin dito is 1. Tapos, nung nilagay natin yung 1, hindi lumalabas yung 8606, di ba? Wala. Wala rin. Tsaka, hindi siya mag-match. Parang, ang kinoconsider niya lang is yung deductible. Pero yung non-deductible part na 3,000 plus, wala siya. Wala siya dun kaya hindi nag-a-appear yung 8606. Yung specifically for the IRAs. So, nung pinatry ni Miss Minda, ito, 7,000, ilagay natin instead of putting 1. Excuse me. Kasi nakalagay dito for IRA contributions, put 1 pag maximum. Ang maximum, di ba, is 7. So, when we did that, let's check the return again, and then it produced the forms for 86 8606 and in-account niya yung non-deductible part, which is this one, non-deductible contributions. Ito yun. And also, yung kanina, 3670 plus yung deductible part dito sa Schedule 1 na 10,330, that would sum up to 14,000, which is yun yung total contributions nila. Total contributions ng couple combined, pero ito lang yung deductible. Pero yung isa, non-deductible. But still, nasa fund pa rin naman nila. Nasa retirement fund pa rin naman nila. Meaning that fund can grow pa rin naman in the future. And so may income pa rin naman in the future. Tama.
Then if I may share, no, just to add, I don't know if
Yes,
that's been
please. Yes,
discussed.
please. No, it's okay. Go ahead po.
All right. So yung mga taxpayer, tama hindi nila alam magkano ba yung ihuhulog namin para maging allowable deduction. So 'di ba na-identify natin, sasabihin natin yung kanina, right? So meron kasing ruling sa IRS, 'di ba ang deadline nito is April 15.
Right.
All right. So yung mga taxpayer, they can still pay on or before April 15 para maipasok itong maging deductible to, 'di ba? Pero assuming hindi nila na-file at may extension, ang extension kasi ng individual is up to October 15 Hindi na-extend ang payment sa mga broker. Hindi na-extend ang payment sa mga broker. So they still have to pay the broker on or before April 15. Now, when they pay the broker, sasabihin din nila sa broker na itong ibabayad namin sa inyo is relating to, halimbawa, 2024, tax year 2024. Syempre, nagbayad ka 2025. What the broker will do, whether Fidelity or something, ilalagay nila yon for year 2024 na iyong retirement. Hindi nila lalagay yung for year 2024, sa year 2024. Yun. Si Rolando talaga. So, ganun siya. Yun yung medyo naaral ko kagabi.
Nice.
Just in case this will be very helpful. Halimbawa, mapapa-interview kayo at may kunwari magtatanong. Ito yung pwede nyo at least tax strategy to, bida-bida kayo doon sa mag-i-interview sa inyo na gano'n yung proseso, di ba? Hindi totoo kasi it will help na alam nila, may alam talaga kayo. So, this is one way na you can tell them na, oo, kaya nga, pag ginawa nyo na yung 1040 nila, tatanungin nila sa inyo, magkano pa pwedeng ihulog? So, yun doon ka papasok. Pero pag sinabi nila, nakapaghulog na kami ng ganito, for example, more than the required, naghulog silang 14, 67 sila mag-asawa, then you have ipapasok mo talaga yung actual amount na hinulog nila. And then, you really have to provide, you really have to provide Form 8606, but the 8606 is not being submitted to the IRS. It's given to the taxpayer as their copy, and that has to be provided the following year para makuha yung amount na yan. I-carry forward yan. Yes.
Right.
Yun lang.
Basis for their contribution.
Yes.
Thank you.
Question po.
May question si Miss Melissy.
Nako, pag hindi ko alam, perplexity tayo
Good evening.
Go ahead, Miss Melissy.
Good evening. Medyo kasi yung video ko. So, ano na lang.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Nabanggit kasi kanina ni Chris regarding dun sa yung kaya sila nagko-contribute ng higher beyond the allowable deduction. Kasi nga the tax will be higher in the future pag na sila ng distribution. So does this mean na yung contribution nila today this period will be taxed then on this period na rin? So additional tax will be computed dun sa 80 yung isa kanina, yung sobrang allowable.
8606.
Hindi yan taxable.
Hindi siya tax.
Yeah, pero matataksan siya kasi pag nag-distribution. Ang sabi ni Chris kanina, kaya sila yung style ng ano ngayon ng mga nagko-contribute the taxpayer is to contribute more para maiwasan yung larger tax in the future, ganon. Hindi po ba yun yung gustong i-point kanina?
Pag ano po, Roth IRA po ata. I mean, pag traditional IRA, the contribution is deductible, pero yung distribution is also taxable at the same time. I
Yeah.
mean, if there are, pero pag
Correct.
Roth, hindi
Saka
siya
yung ito ngayon, hindi siya taxable.
deductible. Oo, kasi,
Mm-mm.
opo, ganun po. Yung
Alright.
pagkakaintindi ko sa sinabi ni Chris.
So
Ang
that's
question ko po,
sa self-employed.
opo,
Alright, thank you.
opo. To piggyback on Melissa's question, bakit po parang yung max na allowed contribution is 14,000, 7,000 each, pero yung allowed deduction lang is 10,300?
Andiyan ba si Chris? May
I mean,
tinatawag kasi
what's
phase out. Pag nag-exceed ka na dun sa,
May ano kasi
oo,
yung
may
phase
phase
out kanina, di ba?
Ayan,
Hindi
tama
ko
siya. May limit tayo sa budget. Tama,
may
yan yun.
wait lang. Check ko yung ano natin, yung I don't know kung makikita nyo dun sa sa ay, mag-exit pa ako. Yung table kanina, may table siya na yun sa phase out na tinatawag. Medyo deeper na kasi. Hindi ko kayang intindihan kaya yun, there is something, it has something to do with that. Parang not all of the um may ano siya equivalent sa income, not all of that po is parang deducted. May ganon. May part na ini-eliminate yung income, tama ba, Prof. Minda? Is that right?
Prof talaga. Tama ha. Tama answer. Sinabi na ni Chris, limitations sa MA, modified AGI. So if exceed a certain income, hindi na nila i-allow yung entire 14,000 mo. They will only allow it yung a certain point. Kasi nag-exceed ka na. Ang naalala ko nga sa single, 77,000. Kaya akala ko single to eh. Pero yun, oo. At tama. Sinabi na ni Chris, may limitation.
Yung cup
yes
kanina.
po.
Any more? Okay. Nasagot po ba yung tanong, Miss Jill?
Yes po. Thank you po.
Okay po, salamat po. Caller number 5. Sino pa ba? Do we have any more questions po? Okay.
Hello po. Tanong lang po.
May limitation nga sa modified AGI. Yes po, ma'am. Go ahead po. Hindi ko makita. Go ahead po. Miss Jill?
Paano?
Sino pa ba?
Hindi ko po kasi na yung pagpalabas ng 8607 po ba yun? Yung paglagay ng 7,000 dun po. Oo. So, ba't hindi pa lumalabas yung 8607 sa akin? Try ko lang dito.
Sa'yo po.
Paano yun mapalabas po yun? Po. Pwedeng pakiulit po. Sorry.
Okay, sure. Sure po. 1 second. Let me go over our ProConnect po. Dito po sa input return, we'll go on the adjustments to income. And then we'll go to the retirement section. Dito po. Sa number 1 lang naman po. 7,000. Nilagay ko lang naman po 7,000. May nilagay ba ako dito sa baba? Wala naman, di ba? Wala eh. And then, mag-check return lang po tayo, Miss Marivic. And then, we'll check on the forms, US. Ayan po, lumabas lang po saan. Na-input nyo na po ba yung yung sa Schedule C po? Mga Schedule C po lahat?
Yan. Siguro ang kulang ko pa. Hindi ko pa tapos. Okay. Siguro
okay.
yan. Pero lumabas ang lumabas lang dito sa akin, 14,000, hindi yung 10,300. Anyway,
okay.
siguro may pa ako. Hindi pa ako na-input.
Right. Siguro po may mga may mga parang distributions. We don't know what's going inside of the system, but yeah, yung rationale behind Prof. Minda and Chris can, share to the best of their knowledge. Ako talaga wala.
Okay po. Thank you po, Mr.
Guys, before mawala yung signal ko completely, kasi nag-empty bat na rin yung aking computer.
Yeah.
Again, guys, if this thing does not make sense to you right now, I know it's a lot kasi ako din nung una ko tong na-encounter, it didn't make sense to me right away. So okay lang yan if medyo naguluhan kayo, but to simplify things out, the purpose of this session lang naman is for you to know that a contribution to our retirement account can be a deduction. Okay?
Right.
Can be a deduction. It's not always the case kasi nga may limit. Okay? So, yun lang yun. If may nakita kayong sa tax organizer or sa communication with the client that the taxpayer indicated that may contribution siya sa retirement account, you want to make sure that it's entered into the tax software. Okay? Hindi nyo na kailangan tandaan yung mga limitation ng income and all kasi automatic naman na nagka-calculate si software. Okay? But for as long as you have an idea, that should be okay. All right? And
All right.
pag kayo din tanong kung nag-prepare kayo ng return or kahit hindi man kayo tinanong, pero kung nakita niyo sa income level ni taxpayer ay pwede siyang mag-contribute sa kanyang IRA, then pwede kayo mag-proactive, no? Na, hey taxpayer, may nakita ako dito based on your income, you can actually contribute to a retirement account so that you can lower your yun, it's gonna be a good advantage din sa inyo kasi you're really adding value to doon sa taxpayer na kung who you're preparing the tax return for, right? And also that would also impress your employer if you're working for a firm. Okay? So, yeah, if you know these things, it's gonna be an advantage for you.
Okay. JR is raising his hand. Yes, go ahead, JR.
Chris, so we will advise the taxpayer for the only amount deductible, not the maximum. If we calculate, for example, in the 10,000 plus, that's the amount we will advise to the taxpayer.
Parang result na siya. 1 second, let me go over.
I'm not sure if I heard the question in full because paputol yung signal ko. If
this one, you're referring to this one, JR, right?
Yes, Geraldine. Kasi 10,000 lang yung deductible. Tapos, yun lang yung i-advise natin sa taxpayer na pwede nila i-contribute para deductible siya. Hindi na yung 14,000. For example, hindi pa siya nag-contribute ng IRA, tapos balak ng mag-couple na 14,000 yung i-contribute nila, tapos sa pag-calculate natin, naging 10,330 lang. Yun lang ba yung i-advise natin sa both spouses na i-contribute nila? Kasi yung remaining 3,000 non-deductible na ba yun?
Non-deductible. Non-deductible.
So hindi nila kailangan mag-contribute ng 14,000. So the 10,000 lang.
I'm not sure, JR, if I got your question right. I want to chime in. Hello? You guys can hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly. Go ahead.
I did not get the entire question of JR kasi paputol-putol yung connection ko. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, my understanding is that he's asking kung can we disclose to the client or the taxpayer how much that they can contribute? Yes. So in that case, kaya nga earlier, I asked Geraldine to put 1 in the input section so that you know how much the taxpayer will need to contribute, right? So 10,330, that's what they can contribute na pwedeng i-deduct, right? So you don't want to advise a client to pay or to contribute 7,000 kasi what's the point of contributing excess kung wala namang tax benefit yun, right? So they can use the money for something else that can, make them earn something more, right? So good question there, JR. If you see that, if you're in a situation where the taxpayer asks you, how much can I contribute or up to how much can I contribute to my retirement this year, then be your answer. that's how you need to work in the tax office so that you would know how much you can quote the taxpayer. You know what I'm saying? So again, this is the value of what we do. And
Thank you,
I
Chris.
think
Very good,
JR,
very good.
you're doing very well. You know, thinking of it that way. Good job.
Thank you, Chris. Very good, very good.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we have another question po from the on the chat. Nakita ko kanina nag-pop up. I think we have question from Miss Marilu. Tama ba? She is referring to that one pala. Pero yeah, if Miss Minda can answer this one, ano po yung magiging impact o yung significance kung from 3% yung inelect sa simple IRA, then re-reduce yung matching ng 2% less 1%. Tama po ba?
Not very simple IRA. Again, I have not
Simple,
encountered
yeah.
it in my
So
practice.
I
that question, I suppose if someone else can answer that, yung may mga nag-practice encounter yung simple, please feel free to answer the question of no. Otherwise, they can look it up in Perplexity.
Right. Usually kasi yung parang pinaka-common is the 3% matching. But yeah, he can elect also.
Yeah,
Kaya
kasi
lang
yung,
yung
parang sorry po. Yung intindi ko
It's
po
okay,
yung
go ahead.
3% is like the max that the employer can contribute. Pero max ceiling yun. So they can actually choose to reduce it to like 1%, but they are given like only 2 to 5 years to do that. Yun po yung nabasa ko sa
Yung
slide
period,
niyo, if I
the period.
remember. Opo.
Yung 2 to 5 years is yung parang it's gonna retain the 3% and then they can get to elect or another percentage ng 2% after 5 years, something like that ba? Parang ganun ba yun?
Parang ganun po. Pero yung po yung intindi ko, yung 3% is the max. But of course,
parang
they can elect to lower. Opo.
Yeah, kasi yung purpose kasi parang you as the employer, parang you want to get the possible, the maximum that you can get as a deduction, di ba, no? Kaya nga you're trying to yung sa SEP kasi, di ba, may portion siya ng employee. You can act as an employee and as an employer. So, combined yung contributions mo as an employee and your matching contributions then as an employer, put that together. Yung total nun, yun yung magiging, ano mo, yung the contributions, total contribution mo na yun yung magka-qualify as deduction naman on your 1040, on your Schedule 1. So, yun. Parang yung I know is, yeah, go ahead, JR.
Geraldine, pwede ba yung iba yung employer tapos iba yung employee sa simple IRA?
Kasi self-employed siya, so siya lang, wala siyang
Example, W2 income earner lang yung employee tapos nag-avail ng simple IRA tapos iba yung employer na hindi siya self-employed ba? Pwede ba yun?
Parang in my limited understanding pag W2 ka, ang retirement plan mo available for you is the 401k, yung traditional 401k. It's parang sponsored siya ng employer wherein may contributions ka and then yung employer may matching contributions then. I'm not sure really, no? Pero ito kasing
Miss G, can I help?
yeah, yes, please, please, go ahead. Sino yun?
JB po. Kalaruin ko
JB,
yung
go ahead,
question ni
JB.
Jay. Kalaruin ko yung question ni Jay. I think I also reported this doon sa self-employed na retirement accounts.
Yeah, the first time, right?
Yeah, Ano uli yung question mo, Jay?
Go ahead, Jay.
Yung pwede ba yung maka-avail yung W2 earner lang ba? Yung iba yung employer niya sa simple IRA?
Simple IRA na concept is wait. Just to make sure na tama. Yung simple IRA, 'di ba? Savings, ang ibig sabihin ng simple IRA is saving incentive match plan for employees.
Right.
Right. So meaning employee siya at the same time meron siyang employer and both of them contribute. Right? So ano yung question mo ulit? Iba ang
Iba
employer
yung
niya?
employer.
Pwede naman, yes. Kasi at the end of the day, 'di ba, kung sa self-employed na case, yung what I reported, siya yung owner at the same time siya rin yung employee. Pwede niyang
Yes.
i-match as an owner and as an employee para mas malaki.
Mas
Mas
malaki
malaki
yung
yung pwede
contribution
niyang
and
i-retry.
deduction.
Pero sa case ng employed ka, W2, merong
W2.
sinusunod dyan na percentage na dapat contribution na i-match si employer.
The employer.
Yeah. Kasi
Similar.
paano kung di niya sundin yung 3% employer's contribution if ever na maka-avail ng simple IRA, kung pwede lang, kung hindi.
Pero siya dapat i-qualify actually kung saan dun yung i-match niya.
Yung sa income niya. W2, yung W2 kasi 'di ba sinasabi mo. Pero yung W2 earner can also mean na on the side meron siyang self-employment. It could be, 'di ba? Pwede siya. So on that part, pwede siya. Yung sa self-employed part niya. Kuha mo, JR. So, may employment siya, may W2 siya, and then on the side, meron din siyang business as self-employed. 'Di ba? Marami naman talagang they could go in that marami silang income opportunities, 'di ba? So, dun sa side na as self-employed, dun pumapasok yung simple IRA. Pwede siyang kumuha dun. So, aside from may W2 na siya, ay may 401k na siya for being a W2 earner, meron pa siyang IRA or simple plan IRA dun sa side naman ng pagiging self-employed niya. So, depende dun sa income. Yon. Pero kasi yung mga IRA, ano lang mababa. Mababa yung contribution limit nila. As compared dun sa 'di ba? JB, 'di ba? As compared dun sa mga 401k na sponsored by the employers, mas mataas 'yun yung kanilang mga contributions dun.
Yes ba?
Ayun. Do you want to add more, JB, dun sa question niya? JR, nasagot ba yung question mo? Tama na ba?
Okay na po, okay na po.
Okay na ba?
Thank you.
Sige. Ano pa? More questions pa? Uy, 9:46 na, guys. Okay lang ba kayo? Kumain na ba kayo? Teka. Do we have more question, Popo? Please feel free to... okay. All right. Okay. I think we have a go to wrap this session up. Kasi it's getting late na nga. 9:46 na my time. Philippine time. And so, guys, please, if you have questions and you think may mga items kayo na hindi nalinawan, just write them down. And then tomorrow, just you can write them on the chat box, and we could go dig deeper with our resource persons, Professor Minda and Chris, of course, yung mga experts on this topic. yeah, thank you so much for keeping up with me, for bearing kahit na yung presentation ko is very superficial on the topic of the retirement account contributions, ha? And thank you so much for your questions. I really appreciate you guys staying up to this time. Ay, ganito pala yung nafe-feel ni Chris, oh. Wow, 64 pa rin tayo. Ang dami pa rin natin. So, di ba ganun? Okay, guys, come on, let's give ourselves a round of applause naman for staying up to this time. Salamat po. We really appreciate your time. And if you don't have any more questions, again, this has been Geraldine. This has been Geraldine. Thank you so much for keeping up with me. And I'll see you again tomorrow with Chris, of course. Nandito na siya tomorrow. Okay, good night, everybody. Thank you so much po. God bless everyone.
Good
Thank you,
morning.
Nico.
Hey,
Thank
pahingin
you.
ng presentation mo.
Good night. Good night. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night po kayo.
Bye, classmates. Good night.
See you tomorrow again.
Meet our free U.S. tax preparation course brought to you by the Borderless Accountant. We are inviting you to join our community. Live training, reputable tax firms as resource speakers, recorded, replayable at higit sa lahat, libre. To join, like and follow our official Facebook page, join our Facebook group for important updates, and fill out our Google form to be included in our mailing list. See you there!